Good morning. Thank you for being with us this Monday. We've got some numbers and data to announce today, but before we get to the substance of what we're here to discuss, and this is important stuff these days, especially after some tragic activities that occurred last week, but I do want to acknowledge some of the folks who are here. I have been joined by some of our partners in this effort to eradicate illegal marijuana grows, and I'm going to have two of those individuals give some remarks after I've spoken as well. First, I'd like to introduce Doug Harema. Doug is the Palm Springs South Coast Field Manager for the Bureau of Land Management for the Department of Interior. After Doug makes some remarks, he'll turn over the microphone to Bill Bodner. Bill is the Special Agent in charge for the Drug Enforcement Administration in the Los Angeles office, and he will make some remarks as well. If I could also mention at least a couple of individuals who are here from my shop because they are instrumental in getting this work done. Chris Caligieri is the Bureau Director of the Division of Law Enforcement's programs that deal with our eradication efforts, and the actual person who gets it done with his team is Jack Nelson, who is here as well. He's the Special Agent Supervisor and our supervisor of our what we call our camp program, which I'm here to discuss today. So I want to thank my team and certainly the folks from BLM and DEA who are joining here with us today for the work that's been done, and we hope that they will communicate to all the men and women on the ground that get this work done. We say thank you in advance. Illegal cannabis grows are devastating to our communities. I think we all understand this, but sometimes we get the tragic proof a little closer to home than we'd like. That's what happened on October 23rd when El Dorado County Sheriff's Deputy Brian Ishmael was shot and killed as he and another peace officer were gunned down at an illegal grow in Northern California. It is unfortunate when anyone loses his or her life. It's even worse when it's done because someone is doing something illegal in the process. That's one of the reasons why California works to remove these illegal grows as best and often as we can, because they threaten our communities. They threaten all of us. We're here today to talk about the 2019 Campaign Against Marijuana Planting Program, or what we call CAMP, which is the largest illegal marijuana grow eradication program in the country. It has been operating since 1983, with CAMP teams working tirelessly to crack down on drug traffickers and their illegal plant grows throughout the state of California. Those grows threaten our public safety, and certainly in El Dorado County, they're suffering the consequences of that today. They threaten our public safety and our public health and our environment. This year's camp operation was led by the California Department of Justice and included our local partners, obviously our state partners, and our federal partners who will be speaking here today, along with others. Along with BLM and DEA, the Department of Ag at the U.S. Department and the U.S. government, Forest Service, National Park Service, within our state of California, Fish and Game and Wildlife, our National Guard, and the Central Valley High Intensity Drug Trafficking Area Program has been part of this effort regionally as well. And then, of course, our countless law enforcement agencies all along the state of California here locally, from our sheriff's departments to our police departments, all part of this effort. It's truly a team effort, and that's the only way we could take this on. We're united in this fight because illegal planting on public lands hurts everyone. It hurts the people of California who want to enjoy our forests. It hurts the families who can't drink the water from their tap because it's been polluted by illegal pesticides that are on these sites. It hurts the farmers who rely on having healthy soil and access to safe water. And it hurts the responsible Californians who play by our state's rules when it comes to cannabis. In 2019, our agents were divided into 3 teams that covered Northern, Central, and Southern California. They conducted 89 days of operations across 35 of our 58 counties. These operations worked to shut down illegal marijuana grows across the state and involved more than 120 search warrants. This year, we can announce that these operations resulted in the arrest of 148 individuals, the seizure of 168 weapons, the eradication of more than 950,000 plants from 345 raided grow sites. That's more than 25 tons of processed marijuana. All these totals are higher than the 2018 totals. Additionally, as a result of these operations, agents were able to disrupt dangerous criminal activity impacting communities in Northern California. Throughout the course of this year's operation, camp teams protected public resources against misuse and safeguarded public lands and water from illegal pesticides. These grow sites are often loaded with trash and deadly or banned pesticides such as carbofuran, methylparathion, aluminum phosphate, and illegal fertilizers. Those chemicals can not only make it into the product sold on the black market to those who are seeking to purchase cannabis, but it also poses a threat to the health of Californians, and it certainly poses a threat to our environment when these chemicals make their way into the soil and our waterways. Oftentimes, these illegal grows are discharging large quantities of these harmful products into the waterways of California. By shutting down these illegal grow sites, agents work to shield the public from these dangerous chemicals. More than 1/3 of the illegal grow sites we encountered were on public lands. These are lands specifically protected so that California families and Americans throughout the country can enjoy them for generations to come. When these black market growers plant on these protected lands, they endanger the ecosystems of our state forests in an attempt to profit from their illegal activity. These illegal growers often reroute waterways to rig irrigation systems, causing disruption to crucial water flow. This year, our team removed more than 760 miles of water lines and 312 dams. Individuals who poison our waters, damage our public lands, and weaponize the illegal cannabis black market must and will be brought to justice. The California Department of Justice is extremely proud of our partnership with our federal and local partners. We're going to keep moving forward and continue our efforts as one team in this fight. I'd now like to ask Doug Harima to say some words on behalf of the folks at the Department of Interior's Bureau of Land Management.
Thank you, Attorney General Becerra. Good morning. My name is Douglas Harima, and I am the field manager with the Bureau of Land Management's Palm Springs South Coast Field Office. I'm joined by 2 of our esteemed agents who work on this project, and on behalf of the BLM, thank you for inviting us here today and for recognizing the value and importance of the 15 million acres of public lands managed by the BLM in California. The treasured natural, cultural, and public resources were entrusted with managing for the American people. BLM's commitment to camp goes back to 1983, and together we share a common goal: to improve public safety and protect our nation's public lands. Camp's joint law enforcement efforts provide an opportunity for a stronger state-federal partnership against the illegal cultivation of marijuana. And this year alone, through Camp's efforts, more than 70,000 plants were seized on more than 20 BLM sites. Illegal cultivation of marijuana on public land causes deforestation, erosion, damages wildlife habitats, poses a danger to visitors, and causes hazardous chemical pollution of sensitive areas. The illicit cultivation of marijuana continues to be a major problem in California. Drug trafficking organizations utilize California's treasured public lands to produce marijuana by diverting precious water resources, degrading public lands, and destroying watersheds for their financial gain. So again, on behalf of the Bureau of Land Management, thank you to all the agencies engaged in this important partnership that the BLM is very proud to be a part of, and to the men and women who make it possible. Thanks. I'd now like to introduce Mr. Bill Bodner, Special Agent in Charge with DEA Los Angeles.
Thank you, Deb. The DEA is proud to partner with Attorney General Becerra and other federal, state, and local law enforcement agencies in this camp program. This initiative not only disrupts illegal activity, but protects our environment and safeguards our natural resources, as you've already heard. These illegal marijuana grows destroy wildlife and wreak havoc on our land and water, ultimately impacting the communities where we live. Marijuana growers use highly toxic, EPA-banned substances. These pesticides kill wildlife and contaminate our water resources. CAMP provides helicopter resources and personnel to assist DEA in the eradication of illegal marijuana grows on federal land. With CAMP assistance, we destroy the marijuana grows, remove the plants and the growing equipment, and attempt to restore the natural environment. That's a very significant point. Participating in CAMP is just one way the DEA works to halt the spread of illegal marijuana cultivation in the United States. Thank you.